Hey everybody, a lot of you liked the last video I did where I picked a few fragrances and said the first kind of personalities or situations that came to my mind when I first saw them, or like when I just think of them off the bat. So I'm going to do a part 2 because that has been requested a few times and there are some fragrances that a lot of you have suggested. So we're also going to do those and just pull some randoms at the same time. The first one we'll go for, let's do this. It's right in front. Chanel Allure Homme Sport Extreme. Honestly, with this scent, I just think of a gym rat. And honestly, all my experiences with people that are gym rats, like their personalities fall really flat. You know, if you're a gym rat and your personality is amazing, then if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But that has just been my personal experience with gym rats. So when I smell this fragrance, it just reminds me of those kind of guys in general. And it's just, like to me, this fragrance is pretty mid, you know? Okay. Oof. La Nuit de Lhomme by YSL. This, you know what? With La Nuit de Lhomme, I honestly picture somebody that's just lanky, but has a lot of game. Like, you know those people, like they're not super buff or anything like that, but they're just tall and lanky. And they're just like, because this is a very sexy fragrance, you know what I mean? They just know how to talk that talk. They're very smooth. That is the first thing I think of with La Nuit de Lhomme. It's just, you know what? Not even skinny and lanky, even like just not a super muscly person is who I see La Nuit de Lhomme on, and you're just smooth with it. You know what I mean? All right. Third one, and by the way, I'll put all the names of the fragrances and the links for discount sites in the description in case you want to compare or pick up a bottle. All right. So let's do L'Homme Ideal EDP. Haven't tried the sports version or the cologne, but this one, first thing that comes to my mind is somebody that thinks outside of the box. I am thinking of somebody artistic, you know, whether you're doing pottery or you do music, like you write your own music, or you can draw, you can paint, things like that are just very creative. That is what I think of with this fragrance, because this is an outside the box type of fragrance. It doesn't follow the same standard designer cologne, like Macy's designer cologne DNA that a lot of scents have with the ambroxan, like Dior Sauvage, or it doesn't smell like a Bleu de Chanel. You know, it goes on its own path, and that's why I like this. It goes against the grain, you know, so very unique fragrance for the artsy kind of people. There's a very bright cherry note in this, also some leather and vanilla, but very versatile scent. You can wear it year round as your signature. Okay. Oof, come on now. C Intense by Armani. This is the rebellious girl right here. This is like, you know when you were in high school and there was like that fine girl that already had like a belly ring and she barely showed up to any classes, but everyone was sort of intimidated, but like they didn't really talk to her as much. Like she did her own thing, but people knew her, even though she didn't really interact with people as much. You know what I mean? Like that is the vibe I get with C Intense. Very much lone wolf, but still just like super, super hot. I love this. And I also think of Angelina Jolie and Tomb Raider, like Lara Croft as a fragrance. C Intense, the black bottle specifically, not the 2021 version that they reformulated or remade, because I haven't smelled that yet. And this is my favorite C from all of them that I've tried, like the original and Flora, things like that. Okay. Oof. Let's grab this one. I've been saying oof a lot. Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense. This just reminds me of somebody that is like the life of the party during summertime. You know, when you're going to bonfires and you're just going to the beach and it's like the summertime, and just that person that like is either hosting or everybody just gravitates to that person because they're fun. They're just easygoing, laid back, lighthearted. It's just everybody's friend right here. Dolce Gabbana, Light Blue Intense, and they're good at volleyball. Like whether it's a guy or a girl, I'm not envisioning a specific like sort of person, because this specific light blue, even though it's the women's, it's completely unisex. And I always suggest for guys that are like, should I get Light Blue Intense? I'm like, you should even try looking into getting the women's one, because the men's one just smells kind of like your basic polo cologne. You know, it smells nice, but there's no sexy element like the women's one has. And this isn't even like a feminine fragrance at all, in my opinion. So Light Blue Intense by Dolce and Gabbana. With Legend Spirit, So I honestly find that, you know how I said that Allure Homme Sport Extreme is a gym rat? I could see that with this as well, but this is also the person that likes to go hiking. You know what I mean? You like to be outdoors. You like to go like rock climbing. You like to go on walks, things like that. So not so much being in the gym all the time, but you're like, yeah, like let's go for a walk here. Let's do a hike over here. You know, more adventurous is what I see with Legend Spirit. This is also an easygoing, just deodorant-like fragrance, but it smells so good and girls cannot get enough of it. Only downside is longevity, but again, it's a freshie and it's only $35. So I cut it some slack because it is not priced that high. So just overspray it. But oh my God, the ladies love Legend Spirit by Mont Blanc. Okay, let me put you to the side. And we're gonna go with, oof, I gotta stop saying that. Noir Noir by Tom Ford. This is definitely a romantic, loving type of fragrance. That's the person I see it on, is somebody that's very just like, not so much hopeless romantic, but still just like very romantic, very thoughtful. The person that puts like, you know, like when it's a special occasion with their partner, like rose petals on the floor near the bathtub and they got the candles going on and they know how to make somebody feel special. So this fragrance is just such a romantic scent. This is like your dream partner right here. This one, I think it leans, to me, this is very unisex, but leans slightly feminine. I honestly don't care who wears this, but this is just like #1 partner right here. Noir Noir by Tom Ford. Let's look over here on the niche side since I haven't pulled from any of these. Lots of you have been asking me to do Leighton, and Leighton is just your all-around golden child. More like, let's just say the golden boy in this instance, because I'm thinking of that movie with Ice Cube, and is it Straight Outta Compton? Oh shit, I can't remember what the name of that movie is, but you know Ricky, basically the guy that is just like everybody loved this guy. You know what I mean? And he was gonna go on to do better things, and spoiler alert, he ends up getting shot. But shit, but anyways, this fragrance is just an all-around golden boy type of scent to me. It's like, it does no wrong, has good game, like, you know, romantically is good with their game and stuff like that, is great in the social aspect as well. People look up to this kind of person. It's not like nobody that's like obnoxious or just does too much, you know what I mean? But like they do just the right amount for everybody, like to have everybody's respect. That took a lot of stumbling to get to it, but I'm just thinking of Ricky right now, you know? R.I.P. Ricky. Love that guy. Okay, let's go to Intense Cafe by Montal. Actually, no. Let me do this. Let me do this one. No. I already have it. I have it in my hand. To me, this is a very just like, when I think of Intense Cafe, right now the first thing that came to my mind was a woman. Or yeah, a woman that's just, I don't want to say not so much seductive, but warm, welcoming. And it's like the more you're conversing with her, like the more like she's just becoming more and more attractive. You know what I mean? There's just something about her that is very just gripping to you, because that's how I feel about this fragrance. When I smell it off the bat, I'm like, oh, I like this. But the more and more I wear it, I just fall more and more in love with it. You know what I mean? So it's just, this fragrance just gets better and better and better, in my opinion. So very easy to fall for this scent. Very, very easy. Okay, now with Black Phantom by Kilian, this is just Medusa in a bottle for me. I also think of a woman with this fragrance, even though I know that this one's very, very unisex, but this just gives me bad bitch vibes right here. This just gives me like the woman that walks into a room and everybody's heads turn. You know, it just gives me like boss bitch type of vibes. It's just, it's dominant, and it's still like, it's dominant, seductive, and mysterious. Such a good fragrance. You can flip it whatever way you want. If you're a guy that rocks this, I would say honestly the same thing. And it's just, this one's so good. This is a dark chocolate rum coffee scent. Lovely, lovely fragrance. Okay, let's pick DesirToxic. This fragrance honestly is a hit or miss type of person. When I pick it up, honestly, the first one that came to my mind was somebody that tries too hard. I do love this scent, don't get me wrong. Like, I love this scent, but because of how polarizing it is, this can go one of two ways. It can go the, wow, that's really sexy and I'm really enjoying this, like an intimate type of moment. But this can also go that, like, if somebody is cocky wearing this fragrance, it becomes an automatic turnoff, you know? So with this scent, because of that patchouli and cannabis note, which can throw a lot of people off, I think that the first thing that comes to my mind is that person at a party that is just like trying a bit too hard to get everybody's attention, and they're like trying to make people laugh, but nobody's laughing. You know, please don't take that in the wrong way, because I do love this fragrance a lot. Every single time I've worn it, I've received a compliment, but I think that there needs to be a balance with this scent when you're wearing it. You know what I mean? I hope that made some sort of sense. And I think I am gonna leave it as that for now. If you guys want a part 3, let me know. But thank you for watching. Again, all the links and the names of the fragrances in the description. Have a great day. Bye.